I can start unless you guys have some questions. Yeah, yes, I do. Yes. Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me here. First of all, I just want to give all the glory to God for being in this position, heading into my 5th season at Colorado State with this massive responsibility with leading these incredible young women and at one of the best institutions in America. Colorado State is an unbelievable place, and we are a power school, and we are heading in the right direction to win championships. We have 13 returners on our roster, and we also have 13 newcomers. So interesting balance, 50-50. We have about 9 new freshmen on our team. And then we also have 4 new transfers. In addition to that, we have 2 new staff with me this fall. So a lot of newness, a lot of new faces. We don't shy away from uncomfortable. We don't shy away from the newness. We're really excited. We're in our training camp to just get this ship rolling and to win. And that's why we're here. And part of winning is a huge responsibility on individual development, which means high standards, high expectations, and really excited to see how this group is going to start out and how we ride the waves and ultimately how we finish. So that's what we're going for is how we're going to finish this season and our last season in the Mountain West. So a lot of exciting things going on right now with our program.
When you look back to when you were hired and this was your first job, first head coaching job, you had a vision of what you thought it was going to be to develop your culture. How is what has actually happened maybe differed from maybe that vision you had as a young coach as you go into year 5?
Yeah, I think it's certainly exceeded my expectations, to be honest. The group that we had year 1 and where we've got to now. Every year we start over with our culture baby, right? We have new players, so you gotta start fresh, right? And just the ownership that these young ladies are taking. Obviously, they're bringing in a lot of new players, but for them to step up, use their voice, take that ownership is massive for us.
When you think about it, that culture aspect is something that's very important to you. Has it been nice to see that your players are now passing that on year to year, and that's a sign that you've gotten to a point where you want to be?
Yeah, I think the best part is they remind me sometimes, like, Coach, hey, are we going to do this? And I'm like, yes, we are, right? So it's really great to have those voices, and just, again, we have a really high standard of expectations, and I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes, and we've got 26 other girls, 13 of those that know what we've done, so it's really great to be able to lean on them as well.
In that same culture of continuation, it's your second year with your own pitch. What is it like to have a home field for the second year, and does it feel more and more like it belongs to the team in that respect?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. One of very few schools, and I probably could look this up, that actually have 2 full field grass pitches that are full 120 yards by 75 if we wanted it next to each other. And our facility crew does an amazing job making sure the grass is the height that we want. And it's just a great space, and we want to continue to grow our fan base. And in order to do that, you got to keep winning. So it's been a huge privilege to be able to play under the lights. Cannot thank the Bohemian Foundation enough for their donation. And it's just again, we're trending upwards, and we want to keep it rolling.
Like you said, it's 50-50 of new players, returning players. Are you already kind of getting a sense of like the differences between like last year's team and this year's team?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we just finished our 11th training session, and we've obviously got a long way to go. You always want to say that as a coach when you start off, because that just means that we can get that much higher in terms of our expectations. And we're getting a feel for things, and we're hitting some adversity, which is what you want in training camp. But we're also seeing a lot of positives, which is great.
Obviously, last year in the Mountain West, heading to the Pac-12 is kind of the big overarching thing that obviously a lot of people are paying attention to. Does the team think much about that, right now, or is that almost big picture for that's not a big focus?
Yeah, the team has come up with their hashtag of unfinished. And, in the past couple of years, we've been knocking on the door to win a championship, whether it's been a 1-second difference or a 1-goal difference these past 2 years. So for us, this is the bookend of the Mountain West to make history. Again, we're setting our sights on winning the Mountain West, and that's the end goal. Everything that we do is hyper-focused on the process, though. So if we can continue to improve our process, then the expectation is winning the Mountain West is going to be kind of the final notch in the book, per se.
You mentioned wanting to continue to grow fan base, grow support. Obviously, there's an NWSL team coming to Denver. Just kind of how cool is that to see the sport keep growing and to make its way into Colorado and professional ranks?
Yeah, fantastic. I think one of the big things, the reasons that I took this job is because Colorado itself, the state of soccer, is a huge recruiting state, right? You look at our women's national team. The fact that we're getting a pro team is fantastic. We're having a men's World Cup in the U.S. I feel like we should be talking more about how women's soccer, men's soccer in this country is just exploding, right? And being in northern Colorado, there are a ton of excellent players, and we want to get them to stay here at Colorado State. And as we continue to win, and that's the expectation, it starts to be a little bit more, hey, who's that green and gold team down the road, and maybe not the black and gold one. Good? All right. Got a cheer over there from me. All right. Thanks, you guys, again. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Keeley.